Learning to do crochet on myself and saying goodbye to pricey salons is the best thing that happened to me. I bet you will thank me for this because you will escape the high cost being charged at the beauty shop. Today I'll be showing you how to create beautiful crochet braids and how to install them on yourself without breaking the bank. So let's go straight into the video. This is what we're working with. Okay, I'm making use of a Brazilian wool to work on this. Okay, so what we have to do now is to take out one row from it. Like this wrap, it comes 3 in a pack. You understand? I've actually got it and I'm going to be working on it. So you have to open it up. You know, it's rolled like normal wool, how they roll it. So what I'm doing here is to measure it. I kind of needed that cut into kind of length, so I actually measured both of them together to see how I would get that length. Normally when you cut your attachment into cutting tools, so that's what I did, how to get my length. I didn't want it too long and I didn't want it too short. So depending on the length you want, your desired length, just cut it to what you want. Okay, so that's what I was trying to do here. What I was doing is just to get this length from the attachment, and I begin to wrap this hair. You can take it to anywhere you'll be able to wrap your leg, anywhere you can keep it to wrap, and you know how you do your wool or your thread, you understand? So I had to do it on a chair for you guys to see, you understand? So you begin to wrap this hair around the chair for you to get what your length you're going to be working with. Okay, so everything here I did is self-explanatory, so I'll be explaining places that are very necessary. You know, I always make my videos for you guys so you guys will not break your head, you guys will not crack your head too much about what I'm doing, like to wonder what I'm doing. I always make my videos in a way that it's going to be like very, very okay for you all to understand. You understand? So when you're done wrapping, you have to just cut it on the part that you're going to work it. Actually, remember, you're cutting just one part after measuring the length you want. You understand? You're not cutting into another twig. If you cut it to the both sides, it's going to give you like into 4. But what I did, you can see what I did, it gave me like that into 2 lengths. You understand? So next thing you will have to do is to actually detangle this hair. I always talk about detangling because, like I say, it's always going to make your work stress free. Okay, so make sure you detangle this hair before you start stretching it out, because you're going to have lots of hair, lots of hair, and that's not going to be a good thing. I always say this. Okay, so after you're done combing the hair through, to open it up a bit, you take in working sections. Okay, I always say this, to work in sections, and you begin to stretch out your wool. Okay, so what I did was to stretch it out, you know, opening in the normal way you know how to do your attachments. You understand? Okay, make sure to comb your hair when you're stretching. You know how you could stretch attachment? It's very simple. You open up, you comb it out to detangle to avoid, you know, loss of hair and all that, too much dampening. So that's what I basically did, stretching it out and combing it with your brush or your comb, whatever you're using. Okay, so after that I went ahead to look for a cord. You can use any cord you have, for whatever you can use to tie around any area to be able to work on. But make sure when you're done working on, it's a cord you won't use again, because you have to cut the ends to take off this hair you're going to work with. So this is what I did. I placed the hair on the cord and I begin to twist my hand. It's what I'm doing. I'm twisting the right to this and I'm twisting the left to the other side. You're twisting it twice. Do you understand? Okay, so let me do it again. So you twist your right hand this way. Okay, then twist your left, holding on to the right. Then you twist your left hand this way. Then you twist it together, making a knot 1. Okay, then you twist again, then you twist the second time, then you're twisting the hair twice. When you're done twisting, you have to open it into 3 places, like you know how you will normally braid your hair. You You understand? So you have to open the hair, divide the hair into 3 places. That's what is going to give you what you're going to be working with. Okay, so when you divide it like 3 equal parts, make sure to check the 3 parts that is being divided into to see the different weights and size. Okay, so when you're done doing that, you begin to braid them. Make sure you hold on to that very end. You're holding on to the place you twisted, that first part, then the rest you can just braid and go. I don't like my braids too tight, and for braids, for crochet braids, you don't need to make it too tight. You don't need to be flowy, you understand? So that's how I do it, you understand? So you braid it till you get to the tip, or you coil it. As for me, I'm coiling so I don't get to the tip. Okay, so that's how you do your crochet. You understand? It's very, like I tell you, it guys, it's very simple. This is going to save you a lot. You're going to work on this, use it over time till it's really bad. So basically that's what I did. You twist your hand, okay, join them together and twist it again. Do you understand? Because you have to have a loop. That's loop you're going to pass through the body of the crochet. That's why you're twisting that up of it. Okay, then make sure to divide your hair to 3 equal parts so you can braid your crochet braids down to the tip, or you coil, or whatever thing you want to do at the tip. Okay, so like I said, you see that very part you're holding, you have to make sure you don't release it too freely, so you have a secured end to the loop that you created, and you begin braiding down. That's okay. So that's what I did. So after braiding your hair, every crochet piece you have that you've done, this is what you have to do next. You have to make sure you have a smooth look. Also, you have to trim any flyaways you have. Okay, then after doing that, I went ahead to coil the tip of my hair, the ends. You can do any coil pattern you want. I actually wanted this, so I went ahead with my flexi rods to coil it. Okay, so this is how I did the coil. You have to roll it, your hair on the flexi rod, and you secure the ends. So after doing that, remember we're doing boho braids, so we have to coil the parts we're going to crochet to the body of the braids we already have. So you go ahead with your flexi rods to coil it, just as I'm doing. Okay. So when you're done doing that, you have to go in your hot water, put it in a bowl to be able to soak your hair, to have that silky look. Okay, so that's what you do. After putting your hot water, you go ahead to soak your hair. Okay, so going with the one you roll for the body of the curls. Okay, then you begin to soak your hair with the water, like pour the water on the hair to make sure that you have that silky look. Okay, for the braids to be relaxed on your body when you wear them, the crochet braids. Okay, so that's basically what I did here. After doing that, what you do, you just have to take it out and let it stay for you to air dry. Okay. Get a bowl, then put in hot water. You understand? Don't use hot water that is way too hot. Okay, then dip in your hair inside of it and have this loose wave kind of. Okay, the curls are not supposed to be like really coily on the body of the hair. You know how it's looking now. Then right here, I begin to attach the hair, the coily part of the hair, to the body of the braids. Okay, so I did that with my crochet pin. Okay, then I went ahead to tie it. You can tie it twice, you can knot it twice, or you can knot it once. I actually did twice some, I did once some. Understand? So depending on the areas you want the cause, like I did mine 2 places, some 3, and some I skipped. You understand? So that's what I did. Right here we have the end look of the braids. They look super good. So we're going to be installing, so make sure you watch to see the little trick I'm going to use to install the braids, so you're not going to have that regular look of crochet braids after doing it. Okay, so just keep watching to see how I'm going to be doing it. Okay, very first thing you have to do is to part your ear. Have a precise, very clean middle part. Then you cut from ear to ear, the 2 ends. Okay, then make sure you take the parts that you're not going to be working on away, so it doesn't get into the part you're working on. Okay, what I did here was to check how many lines it's going to be like for the size of the braids. If you're doing a bigger size of braid, if you did a bigger size of crochet braids, that's no issue at all. You know how you're supposed to cut it to have that look, for you to know that that it was actually braided on your hair. Okay, we're creating an illusion of knotless braids, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so right now we're about to braid. Okay, after sectioning to know how many braids I'm going to have on a particular roll, you're going to begin to section into different sizes for a particular braid that you're going to have for your crochet. Okay, so when you do that, you begin to braid as you would normally braid. Okay, so you braid your hair, that very first one you braid up to like 4-5 times to have a good grip of the hair. Make sure you hold it tight. Okay, then you braid it, that very first one you're going to braid it. Okay, when you're done braiding, you go ahead to cut the next one, the next section you're going to cut for the next braid. This is what you do. This is a little trick you're going to be doing, okay, to feed in these braids together. What you have to do is to open the middle of this particular section you have. Okay, always ensure to take off the other one at the back, so you don't get in the way while you're braiding. Okay, then you take the first one you've braided as your third hand for braiding. You know, normally when you're braiding you have like 3 divided parts you braid, so you're using that one you have as the third one in the center for them to braid. So you're joining the both hairs, like the both braids together. You braid same thing. You understand? It's very, very simple. So you go ahead to cut the next one just as I'm doing. Okay, when you cut it, you do same thing by just opening the middle of it. Okay, make sure to take the one always out of your way. Okay, then when you do that, you open it up already, right? Make sure your parts are actually clean, so you can have clean braids, okay, to go about it. You understand? So you take, just like I did, as the third hand to your braiding, so you join it and you braid together. Basically that's what I did for the whole thing. I cut from the ear to the next ear for the front part of the hair. This is what you're going to do. So you're going to repeat same thing for all the lines you have, depending on how many lines you have. My head is not really a big hair kind of skull, so I had 5 to the left and 5 to the right. Okay, so you braid, then the inside of it you can braid up to 5, 6, depending on how deep you want it. I believe like 1, 2, 3, 4 it's actually okay, because those are just like the parts that's actually seen, and depending on how big your crochet body is. Okay, so I did 4 altogether. Then while you're moving to the side, it's going to be reducing, because you understand getting to the side of the ear is kind of different. Okay, so depending on your size of braids, that's what you do. So I'm going to let you watch and see what I'm actually doing. Okay. So right now I'm done braiding the front part of the hair. You can see how the hair looks. So we're going to head to the back side of the hair to work on it. So make sure you set the front aside so it doesn't get on your way. Okay, then just make sure you detangle your hair. Then you go ahead to section a line at the back. Okay, you can do up to 2 lines if you want. Like I said, it's all your preference. Okay, what you want. Okay, I'm doing just 1 line because I always pack my braids. I don't really know how to pour my braids much. I always pack it like to different styles, and at the end of the day I know that the back is going to be covered, so I do not pay too much attention to the back of the hair. So you want to do 2 lines, it's okay. You want to do 3 lines, it's okay, but I did just 1 at the back. Okay, then after cutting into different sizes to braid, then I had to join the front line of it to the back. It's very simple on how to do this. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I had to join them, you understand? So now you have to join the front part, that particular one you braided, each line, cutting it with the back part, you understand? Please do not mind the fact that I'm cutting my hair this way. I really cannot see the back of my hair. If I was even maybe making it of a mirror, I would have seen what I was cutting, but who knows? Like, no one cares about how the inner of your hair is, you understand? As far as it's tightly and well braided, it's very okay. You'll be able to crochet your hair to it, okay, the braids to it. So all you're doing is you're joining the front part of the hair to the back part. You can see the line is now corresponding again, you understand? So you're joining those hairs you braided at the front part to the back. So this is me when I was done braiding the hair. I had to control my edges even though I do not really have front line. Oh my god. So this is where we crochet your hair. Okay, so you go in with your crochet pin and you pass it through your hair. Okay, then you take your crochet pin, take your hair and put it in that loop you created. You see that this is very place you created as like a hole. Then you close it. Okay, close it before you drag it. Don't drag it when it's still open. Okay, when you pass the body of the braids through the hair, what you're going to do next is to take your crochet pin again. Okay, open it up and put it inside of that same hole. Then take the tail part of the braid, okay, the tip part of the braid, and pass it through, just like you pass the hair through the body of your hair. So you're passing the hair, the tip part of the braid through the hole to tighten it. You can see how it is. It's super flat. This is super flat and beautiful. This is what I'm saying. So you pass the hair through the pin through the hair, then you put your, you understand? This is what I'm doing. You close it, then you pass it through the hair. Okay, then you pass it through the hair. This way, you're going to take your pin, pass it through. Okay, then you take the tip part of your hair, the tail, whichever one, okay, part of it, and you just take it, okay, put it inside of it, close it and drag it out. Then you would tighten it to the hair, just like that. It's very, very simple. So I'm going to be crocheting everything in the hair. I'm actually going out. I never planned to wear the hair the next day, but I had to because I was like, why not I wear it today? Because I don't need to wait till how long before I install the hair. So I had to do it, and I was kind of in a bit of a rush to go out because people were actually waiting for me. So that's why I was like, this is what I'm doing. So the back of the hair, they were actually in a hurry. So just as you did the front, you do the back, those ones at the back side, and the inner of it, you can just randomly cover the lines at the middle and at the back. These are the hair came. Like I told you, I always pack my hair. You can see I was really in a hurry. People were actually waiting for me. But this hair came out super sweet and beautiful, and I'm so happy how this hair came out. Like, I love it. I love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. Doing this at home is going to help you save a lot. Like, do you getting it outside, still paying someone to do for you? Just imagine. Look at the back I was telling you about. It's pretty. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking with me to this very end. You are the real MVP. I love and appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment on the comment section if you're going to try this hair out, so I will know your outcome. Okay, do well to share this video with your loved ones, and don't forget to turn on your post notification bell to be the first person to know when I drop a new video. Until we meet again, okay, bye for now.